Diamondbacks are back home in the desert Southwest, downtown Phoenix, and Chase Field, the site tonight for game number 2 of the 3-game series as the Diamondbacks take on the Chicago Cubs. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg Schulte, joined by 14-year Major League veteran. Spent a couple of seasons with the Diamondbacks, Jeff Blum. And Jeff, the Diamondbacks eliminated last night from any chance of the postseason, but 5 games remaining, still a lot to play for.
Of course there's a lot to play for. Even though you get eliminated, which is severely disappointing, you still got to go out there and play the game. It's a great opportunity for some of these young guys to go out there and leave a lasting impression on management.
Of course, Justin Upton has had a solid season for the Diamondbacks, and he is currently 3rd right now in the National League in runs scored. Justin put a big game again together last night as he hit a home run of the ball game, and he's pushing for leading the league in runs.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Justin would like to have those numbers the other way around with 100-plus RBIs, but he's doing a great job of getting on base and making the adjustment even though the power numbers aren't there, and setting the table for other guys behind him. Second season,
I should say, for Upton with 100-plus runs scored. A couple of other guys are going for maybe the league doubles lead, and then, of course, you're talking about Paul Goldschmidt and Aaron Hill. They're currently 2nd and 3rd. Votto's in there. Looks like Aramis Ramirez is going to take that action going into today. But pretty impressive when you got a couple of teammates, that many doubles.
It is great. Aaron Hill, a proven big league hitter, but to see Paul Goldschmidt do what he's doing this year, making the adjustment and driving in runs and finding those gaps is a great thing to see for the future.
Hill had a couple of doubles last night for the Diamondbacks, and he's back in there tonight. Goldschmidt going to take another night off. He is nursing a sore back. When we come back, Brad Steinke will take a look at the most solid portion of the ball club all season, talking about the Diamondback bullpen. That's coming up next. Diamondbacks and Cubs, game number 2 of the series, right around the corner. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible.
And welcome back to Chase Field, the Arizona Diamondbacks' final homestand of the season. Game 2 of their 3-game matchup against the Chicago Cubs. The D-backs eliminated from playoff consideration late last night when the Cardinals won that game. But one of the main reasons the D-backs were still relevant in that conversation, the play all season long of their bullpen. Certainly a cast of characters down there, but one of the keys to their great success this year, in a word, consistency.
Just a good group of guys. They work hard, close-knit group led by J.J. David, Ziegler on down the line. They all come together for a common getting a close-knit group like that, they're pulling for each other.
It's getting towards the end. Starters have had a lot of innings, and you get an opportunity to pitch. You got to make the most of them, and trying to finish games. We've been really good and fortunate at the end of the game with JJ and Dave, and Zig's been really good lately as well. Giving the rest of his guys chances to kind of fill in and plug the holes.
We just try and keep it steady as the year goes on. You're going to have your rough spots throughout the season, and especially now towards the end of the year, you kind of don't want to have that late slip up, and you just want to kind of finish the year strong.
The bullpen's ERA all season long, 3.22. That's the third best in all the senior circuit. But look what they've done in September. They have been absolutely lights out, and that's a time when the starters are starting to go less innings. The bullpen throughout the month, throughout the season has been incredible. And as I mentioned earlier, certainly a great group of guys down there. And it starts at the tail end of this with JJ puts another 30-save season. David Hernandez with a marvelous, marvelous season, backing up what he did last year. And Brad Ziegler, #1 in all the National League in terms of ground ball to fly ball out ratio. And some guys have come up and down. Josh Comenter, certainly the bullpen has been a bright spot for this team. Tonight it's Trevor Cahill's final start of the season. Can they get it done against the Cubs? It's Jeff Blum and Greg Schulte back in just a bit.
Game number 2 of the series, it will eventually open up as the sun starts to set about 6:15 or so. Del Swain, the Cubs manager. Let's take a look at his lineup tonight. It'll be DeJesus in right field tonight. Valbuena moves up to the #2 spot. Rizzo, Soriano batting cleanup. Castro, Castillo, Brett Jackson, Josh Vitters. The new guys in there tonight, and Justin Germano, the pitcher batting ninth. The Arizona Ford starting pitcher is Trevor Cahill, the sinker baller. And 12-12 this year, Jeff. He's had some good outings, and he's trying to finish his last start of the season on a high note.
Now's a good time to do it. He's got the right ball club in town to try and pad his stats a little bit here towards the end of the season.
So we're set for a night of baseball. Happy to have you aboard. And the first pitch is a strike, says Larry Vanover, and we're underway. DeJesus, a 263 hitter, 49 runs batted in. He played in the ball game last night in center field. Tonight in right. That'll miss outside. Cubs come in here 2 losses shy of 100 on the season. Last time they lost 100 games in a year, 1966. Well, they lost 103.
Again, testing those loyal Cub fans' patience.
Yeah. Since 1908, it's been tested. More than 100 years of futility. Well, not all futility, but at least not winning a world championship. There's a ground ball to the right side and on through by the diving Hill. And a base hit to start the ball game. Take a look at the Diamondbacks defense tonight. Behind Cale, Parr gets a start in left, Eaton in center, Upton in right. Wheeler, McDonald, Hill, and Jacobs again at first base tonight. For Goldschmidt, who is better, we understand Montero catching Cahill. But Goldschmidt still held out of there tonight, so Jacobs' his second consecutive start at first. Well, one thing about sinker ballers, and Cahill's found that out, you're going to need a lot of ground balls. Some are going to find holes.
You just hope the scouting reports are right and you got your fielders in the right spot and these guys hit it right at them.
There's a bunt at foul by Valbuena, third base side.
It's going to be interesting to see some of these young Cub players, how they're going to play the game today. A lot of these guys are probably wondering what the roster is going to look like next year, so that hopefully these guys are going to make a good impression on Dale for next spring training to give them an extra chance in spring to try and make this ball club.
Well, as you say, they're kind of auditioning for 2013 because all is lost in 2012. Ground ball back off Cahill's glove. Wheeler scrambles, puts it up, throws, and still got him on a nice play.
That was a great play. I played for Jimmy Williams back in 2002, 2003 with Houston, and he gave me a stat. 75% of the time, the ball off the pitcher is going to go towards third base. And Wheeler moving in on the ball, not hit too hard, made a great play on it with a bare hand.
Did you pass that along to Wheeler?
I will now. Hopefully he gets a tape of the broadcast.
So the runner gets to second. Scoring play will go 1-5-3 on the put out at first by Valbuena. And Anthony Rizzo, he's slugging rookie first baseman to the plate. 75%.
Yeah, I don't know how true that was, but he sold me on it. So every time the ball was back to the box, I broke towards the mound.
Well, smart man. And Wheeler was breaking that way and ended up making the play. And a nice play, as you said it was. Rizzo takes ball one. Rizzo's had a solid year since coming up from the minor leagues. 287, 15 homers, 47 runs batted in.
Pretty good numbers over a half season.
321 at bats, 92 hits. He's finished in September pretty strong. 5 home runs already this month, 16 driven in. When you think about the Cubs, they don't score a lot of runs, so he's making the most out of the opportunities. He's got one right here with one out. Nice play there by Montero. Miggy's really had a solid season both with the bat and with the glove.
Yeah, and you could tell, you can't tell if it's Miggy's 160th game or his 6th game of the year. He's always back there grinding it out, doing a great job of helping his pitchers stay in ball games.
That's sky to center field for Eaton. DeJesus goes back to the tag. There's the catch, and the throw is in at third base, or near third base, I should say. DeJesus decided to stay in there, 2 out.
Yeah, 2 pretty good arms in center and left field. Not going to be too much running on those guys if the ball's hit out there.
Talking about Eaton and, of course, Gerardo Parra. Now here's Soriano with a base open and 2 men out and Castro on deck. Soriano in the ball game last night walked 3 times and had a hit. And he's made a habit out of hitting the long ball and driving in a lot of runs against the Arizona Diamondbacks in his career. Gale throwing a lot of early strikes. First inning has been his problem this year, Jeff, and it seems like once he gets by that first inning, he becomes a lot tougher.
Yeah, I can't imagine throwing a sinker is an easy thing to do with that much movement and trying to control it. That was a good one right there.
Yeah.
You know, having a good one in the bullpen and wondering if it's going to make its way out onto the mound.
Here's that good one you were just talking about. Watch this sink.
Yeah, Soriano's a good fastball hitter. So for him to swing over a fastball / sinker like that, you know it's a good pitch and has some great movement on it.
Well, he's getting set up on 2. And that's into the dirt. Montero keeping it right at the plate. What's your approach going up against a sinker baller?
Elevate. I'm looking for a ball waist high. Hopefully he makes a mistake out over the zone. And typically for me being a left-handed hitter, the ball's going to be on the outer half unless he tries to bring that sinker on the inside corner and sneak one by me. But for the most part, looking that outer half and trying to elevate. If it's down, it's going to keep going down.
Foul ball.
And hopefully he's got some dry fingers and doesn't get a good grip on the ball and it floats in there.
Well, Cahill in the first inning this year has an ERA of 6.10. 31 first innings, 21 earned runs allowed. Only 24 years old. Looking for win number 13 here tonight. First season with the D-backs. He'll miss outside. Count will even at 2-2 on Soriano.
Yeah, it's hard to believe he's had that much success at such a young age.
Already 50 wins, including an 18-win season with the A's a couple of years ago. He struck him out. That ball was elevated, but Soriano didn't get it. A hit, a strikeout, a man left. Diamondbacks will look at Justin Germano at the bottom of the first. Trevor Cahill, nice crowd on hand here on a Saturday night, the last Saturday home game, 2012. Gibby got that little growth going here. Let's take a look at his Mazda starting lineup tonight. Eaton, Parra, and Hill. Upton, Montero, Wheeler, Jacobs, McDonald, and then Cahill. And the Cubs starter, your former teammate in San Diego, Justin Germano.
Yeah, a little bit of history back then. I was with Justin in spring training with the San Diego Padres. Typical right-handed pitcher. Fastball, changeup, slider, curveball, I think is his go-to pitch.
12th start of the year, 13th overall game. And he is ready to go here. He is 30 years old, out of Cape Coral, Florida. Born in Pasadena, California. And his wife is about ready to give birth to their second child Monday, we were told.
Yes, indeed.
So I'm sure he's a little anxious out there on the mound as he works. What do you think of Eaton?
I like him. I like his good, aggressive game. I feel he could probably take a couple more pitches leading off games. But as long as he's aggressive in the zone and he gets base hits up the middle, that's a good thing.
Even if he breaks his bat, right?
Hey, bat goes down a hero.
So a nice start to the first inning for the Diamondbacks. That's 4 hits now in the first 2 ball games here for Adam Eaton. He was 3 for 4 last night. And immediately put a length into that pitcher with speed on the bases. And Gerardo Parra, the hitter.
Good spot for Gerardo to hit, especially with Eaton on base. Keeping that right side of the field open for him with the first baseman holding Eaton on.
He bunted at it and bunted it foul off Castillo, the catcher. Strike 1. Well, we talk about Eaton and his energy. Spent a couple of years with Gerardo Parra. This young man has a lot of energy, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's one of my more favorite teammates. He had a good time in the clubhouse, and when the bell rang and he was in the lineup, he always did a wonderful job doing whatever he was told. And considering the situation he's been put into, I think he's handled it more than exceptional.
He'll get a throw over there and get back. Jason Kubel, it's a crowded outfield these days with the addition of Eaton now. Jason's sitting tonight.
Kubel had a great year.
30 home runs, 90 driven in. There's a bunt. It's a good one. Picked up by Vitters, and he throws. Got him at first. And 3 different people, almost 4, go over to cover third base, just in case Eaton's thinking about going over there.
A little extra coverage.
Sacrifice good by Parra. And he moves the runner into scoring position for Aaron Hill.
Right man, right spot. The way he's been swinging the bat lately, having guys in scoring position is a beautiful thing.
Boy, what a year, huh?
Yeah, it's good to see him bounce back. I know he had a couple tough years in Toronto, but coming over here, he's really reinvigorated himself and been a plus in the clubhouse, too.
Now we open the telecast telling you he's got 42 doubles. Goldschmidt 43. And Hill had 2 last night. That's this one foul. Diamondback dugout side, which is the third base side of the field. That's a crowded dugout these days with the expanded rosters.
Yeah, September's make for some interesting dugout situations and clubhouse situations.
Yes.
It's a good thing they're not playing this game in Wrigley Field right now.
There would be no room.
Yeah, you get to know each other extremely well in those clubhouses.
There's a liner, and that's going to be another double for Hill. Another run batted in, which will be his 80th of the year. Eaton scores 1-0 Diamondbacks.
And another double. Good piece of hitting sitting back on that breaking ball right there.
And he didn't swing hard either. He just got his bat to meet ball, and it took off down the line.
Yeah, he got that foot down early and saw it hanging out over the plate. And it was able to keep the bat in the zone long enough to extend it down that left field line and drive Eaton in.
So Hill now has reached the 80 run batted in mark on the year. Another run scored for Eaton on the season. Upton will be the batter now, batting cleanup. And he takes a strike. Justin hit his a home run last night. 64 runs batted in now, 16 home runs. He'd like to get that average up to 280 before the year ends. Every time a Diamondback player hits a home run this season, Fulton Homes will donate $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. D-backs had a couple last night. Upton along with Ransom. There's another hit. And Hill to the plate. Ball cut off, 2-0, RBI single Upton. And a good start here to the first inning, Jeff Bluff.
Very good start. Justin not getting too big right there, knowing the situation, and saw the defensive alignment with a big hole up through the middle and stayed right inside it. Don't try and do too much. Get that RBI in.
You saw Justin earlier in the season. Right now, he looks like a different player. He just looks relaxed up at the plate, doesn't he?
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I know that thumb injury messed with him a little bit and may have lingered a little bit longer than he wanted. But he's made the adjustment and realized that he could have gone for a home run every swing of the bat down the stretch, but he's done a good job of staying within himself, getting on base, driving in runners when he had the chance.
And the other good thing is when he usually gets on base, he usually scores a run.
That is a good thing. That's always a bonus. That makes getting on base a lot more special when you know you're going to score.
Here's Montero, number 5 hitter in the order. Diamondbacks have already got 3 hits and 2 runs. Mickey takes the breaking ball strike. Montero's had a solid year. 290, 15 homers, 88 runs batted in. Wilniev's got the start last night. Mickey back in there this evening. Ball away. Cubs have already set a franchise record with their 57 road losses this year. They're 22-57 away from Wrigley. That makes for a long, long season.
Oh, that tests everybody in that clubhouse.
Outside ball, too. And Germano, Jeff, has been a lot like Trevor Cale, and he's had a lot of problems in the first inning himself in his first 12 starts of the year.
Yeah, you wonder what that's due to. I know that he throws a lot of off-speed pitches, but sometimes if you don't have your fastball spotted where you need to be, it makes it tough to set up that breaking ball that you want to go to later in the count. And obviously falling behind hitters is never good.
No. Comes in with a 2.9 record, an ERA over 6. Diamondbacks have already struck for 2 runs, 4 batters into the night. Miggy hits one at the plate, foul. Diamondbacks got a break there as Castillo couldn't keep it fair, or it never got fair, and he tried to make the play.
Slow breaking ball. You see his hands come forward a little bit, almost double clutched on it. And it's amazing that the physics of baseball allow you to take a full hack at a ball like that and have it stop almost directly below where you made contact.
And as a hitter, you're just hoping and praying it goes foul.
Oh, I guarantee you Miggy wanted to kick that ball as far foul as he could right there.
Or take another swing at it, right?
Yes.
Breaking ball is ripped foul. In fact, I think Montero on the last homestand had a play. The ball hit right there, and he got it in fair territory and turned it into a double play. He is very fast from behind the plate, Montero, on anything tapped. And either in front of the plate or a little bit up the third or first base line.
Yeah, he's done a great job. I know early in spring 2 years ago, my first spring with the Diamondbacks, he had a tough time throwing. Did a great job behind the plate, working hard.
Germano struck him out there. He got him to go fishing, and that's out number 2 in the inning. Don't see him go after those too often.
Not too often at all. Sometimes you see a ball for so long in the air, you figure you got a shot at it, but that one looked to be diving away pretty good.
Here's Ryan Wheeler now, rookie third baseman. Wheeler's gotten over 100 at bats now, 102. He's hitting .225. 10 runs batted in with a home run. He hit that home run in Houston.
It's a good place to hit home runs.
Yeah, you've got that right. Ask Chris Johnson. He had 8 with the Astros, all at Minute Maid Park. He's coming over for the Diamondbacks. He's hit 7, but they've all been on the road.
Yeah, you got to know your surroundings and play to them.
It's Chris. That hand getting better day by day. Hit by a pitch in Denver. There's a ground ball. That's through the vacated shortstop spot. Upton got a good read. He'll go to third without a play. First and third. good hitting there by the left-handed batter.
Real good hitting. He recognized the shift in the defense, playing him a little more towards the right side, and a big hole towards shortstop. Sinker away. Stays on it. Head right on it. Did a great job at contact point. Justin obviously getting a good scouting report on Soriano's arm and ability to play the outfield. Took advantage of it and went to third base.
So runners on the corners, 4 hits in the inning, a couple already in for the D-backs, and Mike Jacobs will bat. Jacobs started last night. He drew a couple of walks in the ball game, scored a run. 0 for 2 officially. One ball, no strikes to count. I'm sure it's tough when you're the Cubs players right now. You're grinding through these last 5 ball games, already having absorbed 98 losses on the year. But as you said, there are a lot of young kids here who have got a lot to play for and a lot to look forward to in 2013, trying to win a spot. So you just keep chucking ahead.
Yeah, don't forget that there's 29 other teams out there. Your job may not be with the Cubs next year, but there's 29 other teams out there watching, whether it be trade, free agency. So you got to play hard each and every pitch.
Jacobs, who can hit the ball a long way, as we just see right there, it's that one foul.
Yeah, Mike's never been shy about taking a big swing.
Two baseballs.
What, fumble?
So he got a little too cute.
Yep, show off for the cameras. You never know.
1-2 on Jacobs. Germano 20 pitches into the inning. This is his 7th batter faced. And that just missed inside. Moved Jacobs off the plate. 2-2.
And that's that sinker I was talking about earlier. The guys have good enough movement. They try and throw it off that front hip of left-handers, freeze them a little bit, and let it come back over the plate and get the called third strike. But now he's in a tough spot, 2-2.
Well, will Upton score yet another run here tonight? He's at third. And Germano, that really tough-looking fake to third, look to first move. Jacobs sitting on a 2-2 count with 2 out. John McDonald, the number 8 hitter's on deck if Jacobs can get on. Johnny Mack, boy, he made a great play defensively last night. And actually, the replay showed they got the runner at second base, but the call was made safe. But that's just Johnny Mack at his best.
That is Johnny Mack. You know he's going to, I mean, I want to say surprise you, but you know he's going to dazzle you at least once a night.
Jacobs really hit to center, and Upton indeed will score. It's 3-0 Diamondbacks. 104 now for Upton. Jacobs gets his second Diamondback run batted in. A 104 for Justin, climbing that ladder in the National League.
Great job staying on the ball. 2 strikes on him. He got that fastball in, took it, didn't give in to the inside corner, stayed out over the plate, and Germano made a mistake for him, and of course Justin's going to score another run.
Boy, you gotta like the Diamondbacks here too. Eliminated last night, still ended up scoring 8. They've come out strong here tonight. 3 in the first inning. And I think you just try and finish as many games over 500 as you possibly can.
Yeah, you can. I mean, that's something to work off and look forward to next year. I also appreciate the fact that the Diamondbacks are scoring early against a team who's not done so well. You don't want to let them in. Beat them down a little bit and keep them down.
And there is Johnny Mack. And breaking ball caught the inside corner. 8th man to bat in the inning. Diamondbacks punched out 5 hits already. RBIs by Hill, Upton, and Jacobs, and Eaton. Hill and Upton have all scored. And really not a lot of pitches in the first inning, considering this is the 8th batter.
Yeah, but I'm sure Dale Swaim is pretty happy that he has a September roster the way this thing's going.
And he's already got his bullpen going. There's a liner caught by hitters at third. Otherwise, that would have scored yet another. When we come back, Brad Steinke will visit with Captain Coyote, Shane Doan. He and some of his buddies here to take BP earlier today.
Nothing, Brad Steinke. Thrilled to be joined by a guy that I know a lot of people in Arizona are very happy to still call Captain Coyote, Shane Doan from the Coyotes. Let me first of all talk about that. Nice new contract. There was a lot of concern for a while. You looked at other places. What ultimately made you decide to stick around here with the Yotes?
You know what? It was kind of the way that finished last year. I enjoyed the group so much. We had a good run, and we think we can be better. And that was really come down to that. And this is home. This is home where I've been my whole career and where I want to finish my career. And that was kind of between those two things. It really wasn't that much of a choice. Just more of trying to find out some answers.
You're locked out right now. Are we going to have hockey this year? Please say yes.
Yes, I believe so. I might be the more optimistic person of the group, but I think that everybody will figure this out, and we'll get down to playing hockey.
You're here with your son, Josh. You had a chance to join some of your teammates earlier today and take batting practice. So you're a phenomenal hockey player. As a baseball player, give me your scouting report.
Apparently today I had warning track power, which was pretty disappointing because Mike Smith and Rafi Torres, Smitty hit I think 4 out and Rafi hit 1 out, and Barbs and I got 2 to bounce out, but I never got any over the wall, which is pretty disappointing.
Is it a thrill to come down and obviously meet some of the Diamondbacks, but also to try your hand at a much different sport?
It is. It's a blast. We have so much fun, and the Diamondbacks, the organization, were great to us, and the players are phenomenal. And it's fun to have my son here with me to go out in the field and we're shagging flies and just having a great time being a kid, and it's a lot of fun.
You know how important it is to have a locker room that's cohesive and all for one for all. Do you get that same vibe with the Diamondbacks as well, and how important is that?
Oh, it's so vital. I think that's the strength of our group, is that we get along really well together, and it's a lot of fun. And for sure, you look at obviously it starts with your coach or your manager in baseball, and I'm a huge Kirk Gibson fan. I think he's one of the best, and their leaders, the guys with Upton and Young and Ian Kennedy and those guys, they're good men, and that makes a big difference.
You know, Gibby played some hockey during his day, and his sons, one of them won a 17 international championship. They're good hockey players.
They are. Kevin skates with us, actually. I get to skate with Kevin during the summer. Usually every summer we skate with him, and he's a good defenseman, moves the puck well, and a lot of fun. We have fun with him, and he was watching me try to hit balls, and he was maybe teasing me a little bit. He told his dad to to rip me a little bit because I wasn't doing very well.
If you were a baseball player, what position would you play?
I'd want to catch because I enjoyed catching growing up, but I know we got to meet Miguel, and he's such a good guy and such a fun guy to have around that it'd be fun to do what he does.
Well, Shane, we're thrilled you stayed with the Coyotes, and we hope there's hockey once again very, very soon.
Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Guys, we'll send it back to you. One of the truly, truly great people I've had a chance to work with in sports, Shane Doan.
Yeah, he's meant a lot to the community, and good to see him locked up with the Coyotes. And let's hope there's a season sooner than later, as Cahill on a ground ball got the first batter, Castro, now strikes out Castile for out number 2 here in the second. I think Shane Doan would like to be a catcher because he'd like that contact. Those collisions to the plate, Jeff, what do you think?
Yeah, I was going to say, he's not going to get the kind of contact in baseball that he normally does in hockey.
How about you? Could you play hockey? Did you play hockey?
Good grief, no. I was born and raised in Southern California. So we had the LA Kings back in the day, but they weren't as good as they are now, obviously.
2 outs. Here's Brett Jackson on a swing and a miss. Strike 1 from Cahill's looking for a shutdown inning after the Diamondbacks got him 3 in the first.
I like to have my water in its natural state, not frozen.
Jackson on the season hitting only $174 with 4 homers, 9 driven in. He got the start in center tonight. He's had 109 at bats, 19 total hits, and dribblers fouled. Jackson, born in Berkeley, makes his home. Is it Orinda? Orinda, California. Is that in the area?
Yes, it is. Just across on the East Bay.
24 years old. First round pick, 31st overall back in 09, and he's out on strikes. Very nice, easy inning for Trevor Cahill with a couple of punch outs. Diamondbacks on top 3-0. Gila River Casinos, proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Mazda, we believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. Well, the season winding down for the Arizona Diamondbacks, but they're up 3-0 tonight, trying to go back to 2 games over 500 and get their 80th win of the season. And strike from Justin Germano to Trevor Cahill. Run away in the bottom of the second. Greg Schulte joined tonight by Jeff Blum. Foul out of play by Cahill. Diamondbacks in that first inning, 3 runs on 5 hits. Made Germano work a little bit. Aaron Hill always hangs around. He and Gibby like to talk every game, it seems.
Looks like Gibby still has some hits left in him. That's why he's over there talking to him.
You know, it's funny. There's a ground ball to short to Castro. Plenty of time to get KO. He does one away, but you follow the other league, but not like you do your own league. And you knew of Aaron Hill. You knew a few years ago with Toronto, he had a huge season, won the Silver Slugger. And then you pick him and John McDonald up in a deal. Kevin Towers did last August. And you watch him go through the final month and a week or so. And you appreciated what he did then going into the postseason. Then you watch him this year and you really realize how special he is as a ball player, not only offensively, but with the glove at second base.
Yeah, he's much better defensively than I ever imagined. Like you said, not having the opportunity to watch him on a daily basis. You see the statistics on the offensive side. You don't get a chance to see too much on defense, but he is definitely gone above and beyond what I think anybody expected when he got traded over.
Usually has his uniform dirty night in and night out, diving after a ball or diving into a bag or doing something. And all the extra base hits, the doubles, the home runs, the 80 runs batted in, and the 300 batting average. It's hit foul. And again, Jeff, the Diamondbacks aren't where they want to be right now. They want to be in the postseason. They're not going to be there. But it's not a lost year. You've still got a lot of things to build off, and a lot of things to build on, a lot of things to repair, a lot of things to work on. But that's baseball. That's year in and year out.
Yeah, they are definitely a good team, and I still think they are a contending team, even with the situation.
Let's see if Castro can get Eaton.
Nope. No chance.
Eaton flying down that line. And Castro knew he was going to have to be quick with it, but didn't get it out of his glove.
Yeah, good job with 2 strikes, putting that ball in play, chopping it, and running like crazy down first base. A little bit of hesitation on Castro's part, trying to make the exchange because he knows that Eaton's running hard down the line.
That's 5 hits now for Eaton in the 2 games. 5 for 6. Boy, speed just does disrupt so much, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yeah, it's on the forefront of every infielder's mind. When you can run a little bit, knowing that a tapper, some kind of nubber in a different awkward position that you got to make a throw from is going to have an effect on the outcome at first.
And that's what Eaton has brought to the Diamondbacks here since his recall. Parra laid down a sacrifice bunt his first time up. See the Diamondbacks maybe do a hit and run or a steal. Chopper foul.
Yeah, I'd like to see Eaton run right here. It's a good spot. Germano doesn't look overly quick to home plate. Throws a lot of off speed. If he can pick the right pitch, he's have a real good chance.
Anytime the Diamondbacks score 6 or more in a ball game, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6 p.m. the following day at participating locations. They're already halfway home tonight. And inning plus into the game. Well, we shoot for tacos.
We'll say maybe double up on tacos if we get 12, right?
I don't think that's been done yet, but yeah. I think the fans would go for that. And it's not quite 6 o'clock tonight. Diamondbacks scored 8 last night. You still got 10 minutes to get to a Taco Bell and get your 3 free ones. Another throw over. Germano keeping a close eye on Eaton.
Eaton getting back easy. Maybe has a read on his move. Or he could try and get another step.
Hasn't got a real big lead.
Nope.
Back off of the pitcher. Deflects to the second baseman. And the throw to first base by Barney retires Parra as Eaton takes second. Well, we had a 1-5-3 in the first inning. off of Cahill. Now we have a 1-4-3, and this inning off of Germano. Rex Barty, former Major League pitcher from years ago. Darwin Barty had a streak going last night. His Major League single-season record-tying consecutive game streak. Without an error at second base, it was snapped with an 8th-inning miscue. But the 141-game errorless run equals the streak of Placido Polanco, who did it with the Tigers. Barney still owns all National League records for consecutive errorless games at second base. He's passed Ryan Sandberg, who had a 123-game errorless streak.
It's a pretty good guy to pass.
You betcha.
Yeah. Should be in line for his first Gold Glove.
Aaron Hill has been awfully good for the Diamondbacks. We kind of been touting him.
Well, I want to change my vote then. I'm going to vote for Aaron.
There you go. Give him a Silver Slugger and a Gold Glove.
Clean sweep.
0-2 the count on Hill, who doubled and drove in a run his first time up. Diamondbacks are already 3 for 4 with runners in scoring position in this ball game. See if they can make it 4 or 5. And they will. Here comes Eaton. Jackson's throw is not near, is cut off. Hill's driven in his second of the night. And the Diamondbacks up 4-0. There's 2 for 2. He just didn't try to do too much with that pitch, did he?
Yeah, that's what we call hitting it like they throw it. Soft breaking ball, out over the plate, down in the zone. But Hilly did a great job of putting that ball in play. And watching Eaton fly around the bases is always fun, too.
Eaton scored 2 tonight. Hill's driven in 2 tonight. And now Upton, the batter. He had a run batted in first time up. Strike for Justin. Eaton tonight is playing in his 22nd game, and he has scored 19 runs. Upton a swing and a miss, 0-2. Remember, that was the count Hill had on him, too.
Yeah, I think Justin wanted to get a hold of this one and hit up towards Fridays. Or maybe another fat burger shot.
Yeah, that was impressive when he hit that one. And he's still got a pitch to deal with. That's Fatburger, and that's pulling away. See how far it is from the plate.
It's amazing. I'm sure Germano's trying to figure out what in the world he could throw right here. It's not going to get him killed.
Justin scoring a run here tonight, 104 now. Cutchin 106. Braun had one today, 105, and Upton 104. 1-2. We'll keep you posted on how the playoff contenders are doing over the course of the night as this one continues. Still some teams challenging. Some divisions to be won. 2-2 now. Justin's drawn 61 walks this year to go along with 149 hits. So he's been on base 210 times in those 2 categories alone. And half of those times he's scoring runs. Swing and a miss. He strikes out here. Germano gets the second strikeout of the night. Diamondbacks get 1, they'll leave 1, but after 2, they're up 4-0. brought to you in part by Valley Chevy. Who's your everyday hero? Nominate an everyday hero at valleychevy.com or facebook.com/Valley Chevy. Arizona Lottery. You can't win if you don't play. Well, the Red Rocks of Sedona to downtown Phoenix and Chase Field, where the Diamondbacks have scored 4 in the first 2 innings. They lead the Cubs 4-0. Back to work goes Trevor Cahill. He'll face the number 8 hitter Josh Vitters in the pitcher's spot. And then David DeJesus, the leadoff man. And he gets a strike in on Vitters. And Vitters also another number 1 pick for the Cubs in the lineup out of the 2007 draft. He's hit safely in 6 of his last 7 games. That one bounces to the backstop. Drafted out of Cypress Valley High School in California.
A lot of talent out of California.
Yes. No kidding. Each and every year he can book it. Way outside. This year at Iowa AAA, Vitters hit .304, 17 homers, 68 runs batted in, and 110 games played. So he's getting a late look see.
It's good to see ball clubs actually take a chance. I mean, I know it's pretty obvious that the Cubs are out of it, and they've been out of it for a while, but they could still leave those guys off their rosters and let them enjoy their success of the year and go home a little bit early. But I think it's great to see these guys called up and get in the lineup.
I think it's important for the player and also for the organization to see how they handle it.
I agree. There's nothing like being in the big leagues, and taking advantage of this opportunity opens a lot of eyes.
I mean, look what the Diamondbacks did with their kids pitchers especially, and they brought up Bauer earlier. They brought up Corbin. They brought up Skaggs. Well, got a taste of the big leagues this year, and Corbin's still in the rotation. There's ball 4. Vitters walks to start the 3rd inning. Skaggs has now been shut down. And again, he's only 21 years old. Let's take a look at our high-speed pitch brought to you by CenturyLink. Speed gun, 91 KL, 87 Germano. Let's see if Trevor can handle his mound opponent. Germano, I'm sure, will be up there to bunt. And he bunts through it. Strike 1.
Germano didn't look too committed on that.
No. It was almost like he was trying to fool everybody.
Yeah.
Bunt for a hit.
Shouldn't be shocked getting the bunt sign hitting in the 9 hole.
No. He got one down there. Jacobs looked at second, threw to first. He might have had a play, but he took the shot at first base. Runner advances. Vitters, he'll be at second with 1 out. Sacrifice good.
Yeah, knowing you've got a 4-run lead, you don't want to take a chance, have an inning turn into a big inning by putting too many base runners on. Juggled it a little bit and got the sure out at first.
3rd inning brought to you by Miller Lite. Visit local retailers. Text road trip to the Miller Taste Team at 620-620 for your chance to win one of 3 interdivision rival flyweight trips. Here's DeJesus, who had a single his first time up. Cubs get their first runner, well, their second runner to scoring position. DeJesus reached second base in the 1st inning. Was left. Ground ball to the right side. Jacobs fields. He'll take it to the bag himself for the out. And that's out number 2. That was probably a play Hill could have made, but Jacobs went over and got it. Cahill was getting over there, but probably a little easier when you don't have to make that toss. Take it yourself.
Yeah, Cahill got off the mound pretty good, but Mike Jacobs had plenty of time to get over there to first base.
And Hill and Jacobs talking things over right now. Hill might have been told him, listen, next time, I'll go ahead and take that. You just go to the bag.
Yep. Well, Mike's up late in the season, maybe looking for a couple extra defensive statistics to put on the back of his card.
Valbuena gets now. Nice play there by Montero. Ball into the dirt. I agree with you. You would think maybe this is game number 3 of the season for Miguel Montero, the way he plays it. Game number 158.
And that's how you gain respect from your pitchers, blocking that ball with a runner on third base, not allowing that run to get across.
And it gives them that confidence to still throw it.
Exactly.
That's a strike call, 1-1. Diamondbacks 2 over 500 here at home, 39-37. They finished a game below 500 on the road. This is their 8th game with the Cubs in 2012. They're playing 3 3-game series. 2 here, and they played 3 at Wrigley right after the All-Star break. And the Cubs swept the Diamondbacks then. Diamondbacks have won all 4 here at Chase Field. Three and 1. Now you don't want to walk this guy with a power hitter Rizzo next. Vitters walked to start the inning. He's at third with 2 men out. Ground ball. Jacobs will flip to Cahill for the out. And that will retire the side. Cubs strand a runner at third. D-backs still up.
With great beer comes great responsibility.
Well, welcome back here to Chase Field, where the Diamondbacks are battling the Cubs tonight. And fun times, as always, at the RamTrucks.tv pool. Great place to watch a ball game. It was a great place to celebrate for the Diamondbacks last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, little victory splash.
Won't be doing that this year, but maybe in 2013. Maybe a splash coming back. I think he's got that music going again here tonight. He struck out his first time up. Justin Germano has allowed 7 hits in 2 innings and 4 runs. He got a pretty good breaking ball tonight. Gets it in for a strike.
Yeah, Miggy knowing testing his patience by waiting for that thing to come over the plate.
Again, a nice crowd here on a Saturday night. Final Saturday home game of 2012. Diamondbacks Cubs fans on hand, along with Sun Devil fans. USU won its football game today, beat your alma mater.
Thank you for bringing that up, Greg.
California. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Outside and high. 1-2. Again, we're expecting the roof to open about 6:15 tonight. Boy, the fans will cheer that once it starts to open. 2-2 the count. Lendy Castillo is up in the bullpen for Chicago. Germano is closing in on 50 pitches here. Again, he's given up 7 hits and 4 runs in 2 innings. On the ground. Look at that play by Barney. Leaps, throws, down 1 out. My mistake. Not Barney. It is Valbuena out there today. I think I said Barney earlier.
Yeah, either way, still a great play on the backhand. No offense to Biggie, but having Biggie run makes that play relatively easy.
So used to seeing Barney out there. He gets a rare night off of a Valbuena. Barney would be proud of that play.
Maybe the Cubs manager is telling Barney, don't ever make an error again.
Yeah. I don't know.
Made that 1 error in 141 games. You get the night off.
Yeah. But he's an observer tonight.
And that's a great job. You know, that's Valbuena's opportunity right there. I know he's been playing a little bit of third base, moving over to second base, showing he's got the range and the ability to make that play.
There's a bouncer over the pitcher's head. Castro's got it. And he throws Wheeler out. 2 quick outs here in the 3rd. Now Jacobs, I have a feeling, might get a few more chances to play before the season ends. We're going to see a long home run from him.
That would be a beautiful thing.
Yeah, he's got some big-time power. He drove in a run with an RBI single in the 1st inning. He's hit 100 home runs in his major league career.
Must be nice.
You stopped at the 99 mark.
Yeah, I tapped out.
There's a strike.
Got the call on the sinker coming back over the plate right there from Larry. Oh yeah, Larry and I go way back. We've had a couple conversations over the years. Me and Larry.
You did not win, I guess.
Never do. Tried my hardest. Thought I had pretty good explanations, but he never bought them.
One and 2 the count. Germano looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. Jacobs trying to do something about that. Some of the Cubs are starting off the field. They thought that was strike 3, most notably Castro and the center fielder Jackson.
Yeah, he got the call earlier in the count. This one didn't come back quite as much.
I think Kubel was up right now. They got the big shift on. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Germano gets his 3rd strikeout. Nope, foul ball, says Larry Vano. Everybody stay here. Ground crew's coming out. Dale Swaim's coming out. Ground crew runs back. Dale Swaim runs to the umpire. Attaboy, Grant.
Need a 20-second timeout here to figure things out.
Let's see. Larry Vanover said it was fouled. I didn't see anything there, did you?
I did not either.
Mike Jameson, yeah, I fouled it. No doubt.
Yeah, he played it off pretty good, not going anywhere.
Yeah. That's all you can do is act a little, right?
Oh, hey, I'll tell you what, acting sometimes will get you an extra swing in that batter's box every once in a while.
Well, Larry Vanover is the only guy who's got a ruling. Let's see what he does with the extra pitch. Takes call, 3rd strike now, and the inning is over. So 1-2-3 go the D-backs. We're heading to the 4th here on a 4-0 game. D-backs on top.
score of 4-0. The Roof is opening up here in downtown Phoenix on a Saturday night. Brad Steinke back with you with a very special young man who is not only one of the biggest D-back fans I've ever met, but he's also celebrating a very special birthday, his 18th birthday for Dylan Collier, who comes to us from Alamogordo, New Mexico. Dylan, why is the 18th birthday for you so very special?
Because when I was 8, I was diagnosed with a very rare syndrome, and then they didn't think I would make it past my 13th birthday.
Alström syndrome is so rare. There are less than 270 cases in the world right now. When you were 8 years old, do you remember being told by doctors what that was, and how did you react back then?
I remember I was just real scared, and remember thinking what's going to change, and didn't really understand.
You're here with your dad, David, and also your mom, Shannon. You came all the way from New Mexico. I know you're a big Diamondbacks fan. What did you get a chance to do earlier today that was very, very special for you?
I got to go down onto the field and listen to the guys take batting practice and meet some of my favorite heroes, Justin Upton, Jason Kubel, Ryan Wheeler, Brad Ziegler. And it was just a real neat experience, because when you sit in the stands for a blind person, hit the swing of the bat, when it connects, it just sounds like any old thing. So it's kind of neat to realize what the difference is.
And by the way, you're wearing a couple of batting gloves signed by Justin Upton. You know, you mentioned that your lack of sight is part of this disease. And so when you come to a game in person and you hear the sounds, what is it like to experience it?
It's just really neat, because you think, wow, people will see this, but yet it sounds the same if you look at it in a different way.
I understand you listen to a lot of the games, and you listen to the call of Greg Schulte. You got to meet the governor.
I did. That was very interesting. I mean, he's a nice guy. Love the calls he makes, always.
Now, the D-backs are up 4-0. Are you going to predict the Diamondbacks win today against the Cubs?
I am.
Well, it has been fantastic to meet you. Enjoy the rest of your 18th birthday celebration, and we're so glad you're still here, and we want to see you here for a long, long time to come.
All righty. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, we'll send it back to you. Dylan Collier, a very special young man, and Greg, as you got to know, just a guy that loves baseball and knows a lot about this D-backs team.
Yeah, indeed, Brad, and we got to spend a little time up here with him prior to tonight's ball game, and boy, he knew his players and he knew about baseball, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. It's exciting to see that. And what I thought was impressive is that he knew who you were right off the bat. You know, I mean, he's probably heard your voice more than anybody else's around here, so it was kind of fun to see him. But he was incredibly sharp and understood the game.
Well, bless his heart. Got to his 18th birthday today, and let's hope many, many, many more. Trevor Cahill has struck out the first 2 in this 4th inning. He has 5 in the ball game now, and working with a 4-0 lead. Trevor's looked sharp here tonight, and I guess if it's your last game of the year, you want to look sharp, right?
Exactly. That's that's that lasting impression that I keep running over every now and then. But it's good for him to finish strong. He's got that sinker working today on both sides of the plate. Made a really good hitter in Soriano go down on 3 pitches, which was kind of nice.
Starlin Castro grounded to third first time up. Well, we have a new look here to the ballpark now. The roof and the panels are open. Fans were applauding as that was taking place. And, well, what another great night here in downtown Phoenix. This ballpark first played in 1998, and it still looks as great as ever.
Yeah, fun place to play, and now being up here in the booth, you really get to appreciate what they've done here. It's done a great job with it.
Swing and a miss, and Cahill fans aside here in the 4th inning. Cubs down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. D-backs 4-0. Kiosk right here at Chase Field during any Arizona Diamondbacks regular season home game. Diamondbacks on top 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. John McDonald will lead it off. Be followed by Trevor Cahill. And then Adam Eaton against Justin Germano, who's still in there. McDonald was up in the first inning, the 8th man to bat. A couple of guys on. Diamondbacks had already played at 3, and he whistled one to third that was caught by Vitters. Low ball 1 ball 1 strike. Swing and a miss to the breaking ball. We've seen a lot of those breaking pitches from Germano tonight.
Sure have. It's a good way to hyperextend your left elbow right there, swinging at that thing.
Ground ball here to Vitters. And he throws him out, one away. Here comes Trevor Cahill. What was your walk-up song?
I came up consistently to anything by the band called Chevelle. Became a huge fan of them back in 2005 and came up to the song called The Red.
Cahill looks at a strike. Trevor first time up, grounded to short. Cahill, by the way, has 6 strikeouts tonight, and he is set a new career high. He had 147 coming in, which had matched his previous high, and he's got 153 now. He struck out 6 in the first 4 innings. He was almost rung up there. That pitch just missed 1 and 2. He strikes out. Germano's got 4 strikeouts, 2 quick outs in the inning. Josh Coleman will get the ball for the Diamondbacks tomorrow in the finale of this 3-game series. 1-10 game. He's got the beard starting to come back a little bit. He hasn't shaved in a few days, but that stash is pretty good.
Yeah, I've always been jealous of guys that can grow facial hair. I shave once every 2 weeks, and trying to piece a mustache together or some kind of goatee has never been easy. So more power to those guys that can pull it off.
He definitely can. Adam Eaton's gotten the growth going.
The bearded speedster he is.
He's 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored tonight. Kubu. He's kind of gruffy.
Yeah, he's got that countryman beard going.
Another strike 0-2 from Germano. Since that first inning, Diamondbacks actually did get a run in the second inning, but especially since that first inning, Germano has been a lot better.
Looks like he's getting a little more movement out of his sinker.
And that's it. Diamondbacks in order 1-2-3 on a call, 3rd strike to Eaton. We'll head to the 5th. The chase. 4-0 Diamondbacks. Today's game brought to you by Miller Lite. D-back fans, we want you back at Chase Field in 2013. Become a season ticket holder and enjoy all the 2013 has to offer, including priority to purchase tickets to the 2013 World Baseball Classic. You'll also enjoy benefits, including exclusive player access, early entry into the ballpark to watch batting practice, and the opportunity to exchange or donate unused tickets. Buy your season ticket package now. Call 602-462-4600 or log on to dbacks.com/tickets. Wellington Castillo will lead it off against Trevor Kinghill. And a strike. Trevor throwing a lot of strikes. Nice job, Jeff Blum, by Cale in the fourth. He struck out Rizzo, Soriano, and Castro. 3, 4, and 5 in the order.
Yeah, if you're going through that part of the order and getting them to swing and miss and take pitches for strikes, you know you're doing something right.
Again, Cale has set a new career high in strikeouts with his 6 tonight as season strikeout total. Swing and a miss here. He has thrown 12 first pitch strikes tonight. Now the 15 batters face.
Yeah, Trevor doing a good job of putting some of these young hitters on their heels early by getting ahead in the count early. Opens up to a lot more options.
He has them shut out through 4 innings. Working here in the 5th. Only 1 hit allowed. And that was by the leadoff hitter of the ballgame, De Jesus, a single to right field. Only 1 base runner since, and that was a walk to the leadoff hitter in the 3rd. Vitters. Castillo down to the plate. Miggy, being a good soldier, picks up his bat for him.
Ooh, right on that toe. That could be easily one of the worst things ever to happen in baseball. That will linger 2 weeks into the offseason for him.
Stays 2-2. Manny Machado is homer to give Baltimore an 8th inning lead in their ball game with Boston tonight. The Yankees lost early. Baltimore could go into first place tie in the Eastern Division of the American League with a win. Another foul.
Ooh. Taking a beating. Oh. Let's see where this one hits. Oh, get the back foot for good measure. I've only done that a handful of times, and I knew when I fouled it off my back leg I was not in a good spot.
Ladder to Jenkins for the out on away. And now Brett Jackson will come to the plate. The center fielder.
Brett Jackson.
Let's do our Nissan text poll question. We showed you the highlights last night of the Homer Bailey home run. Which is your favorite no-hitter from this season? Excluding the perfect games, there were 3 of them. So we'll go with the no-hitters. Weaver, Santana, the Mariners team, or Bailey.
For me personally, I'm a big fan of the Mariners team.
I was going that way too, because that puts the onus on the next guy coming in, and I mean that that continued pressure. It's always nice to get your own no-hitter, but when a team gets it combined, that doesn't happen a whole lot.
Yeah, anything you do as a team is a bonus, and to get something as rare as a no-hitter is exceptional.
Santana, of course, threw the first ever no-hitter in Mets history. There's a fly ball to left. Parr's going back. Got turned around, but he's there now. And has it. To retire Jackson for out number 2. A rare fly ball out, only the second of the night, hit by a Cub. 2 quick outs for Vitters, the young 3rd baseman.
Yeah, Johan did a good job of etching his name in history and for the Mets organization. As good a teams as they've had and some of the pitching they had through some of the stretches in the 60s and through the 80s, it's surprising that was the first one this year.
Yeah. Guys, greats pitched for the Mets, but they threw no hitters in when they went on to other teams. Until Santana did it this year. 0-1 on Vitters. Bounced up there. Washington beating St. Louis tonight. Cincinnati is losing at Pittsburgh. Washington and Cincinnati with the best records in the National League. They're, of course, looking for that home field advantage. How about the Pirates tonight? Boy, I would have bet the bank that the Pirates would have finished over 500 this year. We saw that team in August, but 76 and 81. They have to win out to finish 500. I'm not saying they can't, but
yeah, but that's a tall order going into this late in the season. Already discouraged by how the second half of the season has gone for them. Getting no hit last night. Knowing it's been 17, 18, 19.
Yeah, 1992, their last winning year. Cahill, 7th strikeout. Again, he gets a side in order. Third time in 5 innings. 4-0 Diamondbacks here.
And time now for our Geico quote of the game. It comes to us from manager Kurt Gibson, who got a chuckle out of that proposal right there, as the young woman had put a beer out of her hand before saying yes. It's the Geico quote. Regardless of where we are in the standings, we want to win every game. It's not in my DNA to come in and just play an exhibition. I don't think it's right for the game. It's not how I was taught. And guys, it was interesting. I was in that locker room earlier today, and the mood was incredible. Obviously, eliminated from the postseason contention last night as Parra grounds out. But Kurt Gibson and all these guys are going to play hard until the very final out on Wednesday.
I think you're right, Brad. And Jeff, you're a part of this ball club last season, this season, and you know the makeup of this ball club. I mean, obviously, they're not going to the postseason. That was the goal. Sometimes your best laid plans just don't work out. That happened to the Diamondbacks in 2012 here, but I think you pointed out the best. This is still a good ball club. There's a lot there. There's a base hit by Hill. He's 3 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, I think they're a really good ball club. And considering the division that we're playing in, I think we've got a chance every year we play with the guys that we have. There may be some few minor holes to fill, but Kirk Gibson was, born and raised on respecting whatever he did, it seems like, and especially the game of baseball. I think he appreciates how much the game gave him, and knowing that you can't go out there and not give it your all when you're playing such a great game.
And you've been on teams before. When you have a season like this, after the expectations are high, don't you go into the next season even more hungry and really want to show everybody, hey, last year, okay, didn't get done. We're going to be back this year. Oh, wow. Look at that ball. How far is it going to go? A long way. Got Justin Upton. His second two-run homer in 2 nights. And the Diamondbacks now up 6-0.
Prodigious shot.
And it's a phone home run. Another $150 going to Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association.
You hang it, he'll bang it. It's good to see Justin Upton fight that ball off into the second deck.
Yeah. That's a long, long way. Justin now.
Okay.
That's interesting.
I was going to say, usually when you're behind in a game and you're getting beat up a little bit, the last thing you want to do is try and hit somebody and instigate something you really don't want to happen. But Miggy, being the better man, has chosen to go down to first. But obviously Justin is going to give him an earful after he went into the second deck.
Okay, is right.
Some late season theatrics to hold on to until next year.
Well, Miggy leads the ball club in getting hit by pitches this season. That's his 12th time. He fired up Justin, didn't it? He's still fired up there in the dugout.
But that's great. That's team unity right there. It's nothing you wouldn't expect from the guy behind you to step up for you. Even though it's just screaming from the dugout, it still sends a message.
It's lifted in the air to shallow left field. That ball's going to fall, maybe. It does. And a nice hit for Wheeler. Found no man's land out there between Soriano, Vitters, and Castro.
Did you see how far Castro had to go?
Yeah.
Try and catch that ball?
Long way.
Usually as a shortstop, you head out that far into the outfield, you expect to either get hit or called off. Neither of those happened. That ball fell in. You see he's playing up the middle on the left-handed hitter, running towards the left field line. Soriano was nowhere to be found.
So 2 on here. Still only 1 man out. Cubs don't have anybody up at the moment. They've had pitchers up earlier in this ball game. Chris Basio is a pitching coach. He's on the mound, visiting with Germano.
Hoping he gets out of this inning so they can just pinch hit for him.
Yeah, because he's leading off in the 6th. There's Mike Jacobs going to be the hitter when we resume. And Justin Upton hit a mammoth home run. 2-run shot. A couple of runs scored here tonight for Justin. Now giving him 105 on the year. He is 1 behind McCutcheon for the National League lead. He's tied with Braun. Breaking ball into the dirt. Mike Jacobs has singled home a run, and he has struck out looking. Montero was hit by a pitch after the home run by Upton. He's at second base, and Wheeler, who just dropped that fly ball hit into left field, is at first. Cubs don't employ the 3-man on the right side shift, but Castro is almost up the middle at shortstop.
Which makes him the double play combo for the third baseman if Mike should get blown up or miraculously hit a ball to him. Saying the chances are slim off Germano that he's going to try and go that way.
2-1. Comes get the bullpen again. Lendy Castillo is up for the 13th time here tonight.
Should be nice and loose.
Diamondbacks have 6 runs on 10 hits in the ball game. Well, Jacobs is in a great hitter's count here, 3-1. Germano knows too, if he loses Jacobs, he's probably going to be out of the game.
Yeah, Mike's going to probably try and break a couple buttons on his jersey right here with this swing.
He didn't have to. He took a walk. They're loaded.
Didn't give him anything.
Yeah. For Johnny Mack, here comes Swain. They're going to make a double switch. Anytime you see that manager go to the home plate umpire, that means he's going to make a 2-for-1 trade. Now Buena's going to come out. Get a new second baseman. Now we'll get a new pitcher also. And John McDonald will be coming up here with the bases loaded. And 1 out. Diamondbacks already up 6-0. This week, it's a Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader. First, Alex Smith and the 49ers head to New York to battle it out with Mark Sanchez and the Jets. Then in America's Game of the Week, the Saints take on Aaron Rodgers of the Packers in Green Bay. Coverage begins with the Built Ford Tough Fox NFL Sunday pregame show at 9 a.m. Pacific. Saints are 0-3. Here is the new pitcher, Castillo. And Diamondbacks got the bases loaded. Val Buena, by the way, went into the dugout, got a new glove. He took over at third base, and Cardenas is at second base. Diamondbacks have them loaded. They have Montero at third, Wheeler at second, Jacobs at first. Upton a 2-run homer in this inning, and a 6-0 lead. 1 out. John McDonald at the plate. A low ball 1. Lendy Castillo, 13th game, high ERA, high batting average against. and a lot of walks. That's not a good combination.
Not with the bases loaded.
Fly ball, center field, not very deep. Not taggable for Montero, I don't believe. Nope. Catch is made, throw comes back in. And that's out number 2 in the inning. Trevor Cahill now will have a chance to drive in a run. He's driven in 2 this year. Diamondbacks have hit 4 grand slams this year. Chris Johnson, Jason Kubel, Miguel Montero, and Gerardo Parra. I'm not calling for a grand slam here, but just alerting you to the fact that they do have 4. Way outside, ball 1.
It's the beauty of baseball. You never know.
No, you don't. I'd love to see Trevor Cahill's reaction if he hit 1 out. And the dugout.
So the dugout reaction would be a lot more exciting. Oh.
We might get a smile from Trevor. Ball 2 inside. We told you this guy's walked 11. He's liable to walk Cahill here and force in a run. And those are the starting pitchers right there.
Yeah, it looks like they're on the edge of their seat waiting for it too.
Yeah. 3-0.
Green light him, Gibby.
I guarantee you they'll be applauding big time. Yeah, those pitchers will be applauding big time if he gets a walk to get an RBI.
There goes Skaggs. He's trying to give him a little love.
He walked it, forcing a run. 4-pitch walk to the pitcher.
He must have looked intimidating in that box right there in that situation.
Come on, Trevor, crack a smile.
Look at that basket of emotions.
His 3rd run batted in. Hey, look at Coleman.
They're shocked. We do not know what that could mean.
It's the starting pitcher's thing. Montero has scored 7-0 now, Diamondbacks. And here is Eaton.
Ian Kennedy probably trying to figure out what they were doing too.
There's a strike. Can't throw a strike to the pitcher, but he gets one into the 2 position players who bat in this inning.
Is that not one of the more amazing things?
That run, by the way, has been charged to Germano. Strike 2. Eaton tonight is 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Up and earlier in this inning, a tremendous home run to left, second decker. Montero then was hit by a pitch, a base hit by Wheeler, a walk to Jacobs, and then a bases loaded walk to Cahill.
Maybe get to see one of Castillo's secondary pitches here. He's thrown all fastballs so far. Be a good time for it.
Ball is short. Castro runs to the bag ahead of Cahill, and that will retire the side. Upton, though, a blast to left. Now the Diamondbacks have increased their lead to 7-0. outstanding tonight. As we take a look at his line, he's only allowed one hit. That was to the first batter of the ball game. He's fanned 7, a new career season high for him. 1 walk, only 70 pitches. Retired 9 straight. And he is our APS Energy All-Star here tonight. Trevor Cahill. He's making the most of his last start. He'd like to go the distance here tonight. I don't know if the Diamondbacks have that in mind, but he's got a gem going. He'll face Adrian Cardenas, who was inserted in the double switch, and then DeJesus and Valbuena in the Cubs' 6th inning. I'm Greg Schulte, joined in the booth tonight by Jeff Blum. Pretty good numbers right there. Cahill leading the list, 30 1/3 innings. No home runs since September. Cardenas a strike.
It's kind of what you expect from a sinker baller.
He had a stretch a little earlier this year, though, Jeff, where he gave up quite a few home runs over a stretch of ball games. Let's see. Eight home runs allowed over 5 games. Eden gets back and makes the catch. 1 out off the bat of Cardenas here in the 6th.
Kind of lost his touch there for a little while then, giving up that many in such a short amount of time.
But he has gone 8 consecutive games coming into the night without giving up a home run. Our key to the ball game, Kia Motors, triple digits. Well, you know what the weather usually is here in Phoenix. Triple digits. Cubs, they lose today. They lose tomorrow. They will hit the century mark in losses for the first time since 1966. Well, they lost 103. They also lost 103 in 1962. It's going to be tough to avoid now. Way outside from Cahill. 2-0 the count on DeJesus, who's got the only Cub hit. Started the ball game with a single to right field.
Yeah, 100 losses on your season is destructive.
Yeah,
sometimes internally.
There's a strike. Houston is already there. They've lost 105, and that's the Cubs' next opponent, the Astros.
Should be a dazzling matchup.
Cubs fans still come out though and commiserate together. Swing and a miss. I grew up in Illinois, but I grew up on the western section of Illinois, and there are a lot of Cardinal fans also in Illinois. I grew up a Cardinal fan, and it was a fierce rivalry. It still is. But Cub fans, they love their Cubbies. And there are a lot of White Sox fans in Chicago, but it is a Cubs town.
Yes, it is. They've been through a lot. It's at least in the new millennium here, the Red Sox have broken through and won a couple of World Series. The White Sox in 2005 won their World Series.
Will throws out DeJesus for out number 2. The Washington Nationals are in the playoffs. They may win a World Series this year. But the Cubs, 1908. It's been since they were able to. I guess
she's obviously trying to disguise herself.
Yeah.
Having been there, I know the combination to get that color if you need it, Greg.
Okay.
I've tried that one.
You did?
Yep. And I had some issues early on in my career.
Okay.
Yep.
There's a base hit to left field by Valbuena. Cubs' second hit of the night. And they've got something to cheer about, the fans that have shown up here to pull for the Cubbies.
Let's make sure Trevor knows that he's got a pitch out of a stretch.
Yeah, it's been so long. He retired 11 in a row before that hit. The other really amazing thing about the Cubs, that ball's chopped down to third. Wheeler's got it. No, we can't even tell you about it. They don't even let us. We'll come back and tell you about it. 7-0 D-backs. TNT Trivia. 3 pairs of D-backs teammates did 40-plus doubles in the same season. Who are they? Well, we're going to let you come up with the answers tonight at home. We know them. I hope you do too. We think you probably do. And a couple on the current 2012 team. One's coming to the plate in this inning. Right now, in fact. Well, next batter. Diamondbacks sent 9 to the plate in their 3-run 5th inning. And Lindy Castillo, who finished on the mound for the Cubs, stays on there to pitch the 6th. And he throws a strike in to Gerardo Parra. Parra tonight is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt.
Be nice to see G get a hit right here. Join the hit parade.
Into the seats. Are okay. He did that in San Francisco. And kind of grabbed at that back area. Boy, he's done a lot of that this year, and that ball down that third base line, but that one was foul.
Dialed 911 on that swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, back injuries and swinging are not fun. Hopefully it's not an off-season ending injury.
Yeah. Foul again. Park, Hill, and Upton in this inning.
Yeah, it's tough facing these guys late in the season. Roster expansion. Guys are throwing hard. They've got movement. All you've seen is video. Until you step into that box, you don't realize arm angles, trajectories, and pitches. Parra doing a good job emergency hacking some of those away.
Back up the middle of center field, a base hit. There's it, you asked for, Jeff.
Great piece of hitting. Foul off a couple of tough ones, stay on that slider, and go right back up the box with it. No stride, hands back, head on the ball. Textbook right there.
Perfect. Carr and Rizzo holding a little conversation over at first. There's Aaron Hill. He's got a perfect night, going 3 for 3. And the average now at 304 on the year. With another double tonight. He has 73 extra base hits on the year. The former Cub, now Brewer, Aramis Ramirez, has 80 extra base hits. Braun 79, Jay Bruce 74, and then Aaron Hill at 73. Hill's in several different categories among the league leaders. I didn't realize he had such a good average against right-handers. He is 6th in the National League against right-handed pitching this year, hitting .310. Ninth in slugging percentage. There's 3rd in doubles. We told you about that. He's 7th in hits, 3rd in total bases. Yeah, he's got to be the Silver Slugger winner.
Absolutely. He's had such a good, even demeanor throughout the year. Doesn't look like he's had to try and alter his swing all too much. Had a good approach and stuck with it.
His next hit will be number 180. Currently tied for, well, he was tied for 7th coming into tonight's ball game for single season franchise history with those 176 hits, but he is right now tied at 6 with Eric Burns, who had 179 hits in 2009. He's had a heck of a season, heck of a night tonight. Into the dirt, full count, 3-2. In fact, Aaron is 5 for his last 5 at the plate after doubling in his last 2 at bats last night. A nice little run going.
That is a good run. Explains why he took that pitch so well right there. He didn't even offer at it. And in another good hitter's count.
Popped up. Gonna get him this time. Rizzo's got it. And that's the first out. Let's do our Subway Subprice standings on the National League wild card chase. Atlanta's in. Cardinals lost their ball game. Well, they're losing their ball game tonight. They haven't lost yet. They're down 4-3. The Dodgers are scoreless in the 4th inning. Milwaukee is up in its ball game 9-0 in the 9th inning. So Cardinals still in the driver's seat. Milwaukee 5 back. They obviously need a win and a Cardinal loss to inch a little closer. Here's Upton, who homered big time last time up. And he looks at a strike. Upton's home run, number 17. He's got a good shot now at getting to the 70 mark and runs batted in. Fouled back. It's just like we promised earlier in the game. Miller time brought to you by Miller Lite. This is a home run by Upton.
Oh. The extension and torque is unreal.
You were thinking Fridays or Fatburger, and if he'd hit it in those areas, he'd probably gotten either one. Pulled it right down the line.
Yeah, it would take me a strong 7-iron to get up there.
He will punch out here. And that's out number 2 in the inning. Miggy alternates songs coming to the plate. He's got a new one coming up here now.
Yeah, some guys put a lot of effort into that.
Yeah. He's just started to tweet.
Oh, there it is. More tweeters, the better.
What's your handle?
Mine's pretty elaborate. I went in depth on it, took a lot of thought. Came up with Blummer 27.
BLUMM, right?
Yes.
Nickname and number. There's a ground ball back toward the middle. Cardinals grab, shows out Montero, and the inning comes to an end. We'll head to the 7th. Diamondbacks with a 7. Cubs with a 0. Tomorrow in the ball game, the finale here against the Cubs at 1 o'clock. Josh Coleman on the mound for the Diamondbacks against Chris Rusin, a left-hander for Chicago. Coleman tomorrow looking for win number 6. Very valuable part of that pitching staff. Never forget tonight, Chris Saunders couldn't go, and during the national anthem, Kirk Gibson and Charles Nagy told Coleman, go down to the bullpen, warm up your pitching. And he did, and he pitched well.
That's impressive. It's not easy to start a big league ball game not having a full afternoon to get ready for it. But I'm sure some of Coleman's bullpen experience allowed him to adapt pretty easy.
He's a good teammate. Guys like him. Always thinking team first. Alfonso Soriano takes a ball down low and outside from Trevor Cahill, who's been sharp here tonight through 6. He has struck out Soriano twice in the ball game, but he's bounced the first 2 up on this at bat. Cubs have 2 hits, a leadoff single to start the ball game, and then a 2-out hit by Valbuena in the 6th inning.
Yeah, Cahill's sinker has been tying Soriano up all day.
2-1.
Two-0 count. He's got to be sitting on a heater. Was looking for it and still ran back on his hands. Didn't have a chance to take a good pass at it.
Missed inside there, 3-1.
Probably get the same pitch again right here.
Trevor's walked 1 while striking out 7 tonight. Three and 2 the count. Soriano's run it full. Ground ball down the 3rd. He hit deep. Here's a long throw. Got him. Nice play. Strong arm from Wheeler. Well, don't miss the final D-backs regular season home game. That's this Wednesday here at Chase Field. The Diamondbacks take on the Rockies at 4:10, and it's Fandemonium. Fans will win great prizes all game long, including gift cards, autographed memorabilia, hotel, restaurant accommodations, and more. Get tickets now. Call 602-514-8400 or log on to dbacks.com/tickets. Soriano's out number 1. Here's Castro.
Yeah, that was a good play by Wheeler, going to his backhand side. Took his time, set his feet, strong over the top throw. There's my only skill. Ponytails.
Oh.
I've got 4 girls at home, and I've barely got the ponytail down.
You got triplets, right?
Yes, I've got an 8-year-old, 3 7-year-olds. And occasionally on the morning that my wife is making breakfast, I'm up doing hairdos. That's my go-to, is the ponytail.
Wheeler out number 2. Well, we're here tonight substituting for Luis Gonzalez, who's at a Bieber concert.
Well, I'm glad he bought those tickets off me, or else I would have been there. He caught wind that I had a couple tickets, and he chased me down the hallway to see if he could get them from me. Absolutely, as parents, you sometimes use your kids as the excuse.
No doubt.
And I'm sure that Gonzo probably said it was his daughter, that wanted to go. But deep down inside, we know who has Bieber fever,
He's
so to
got
speak.
the T-shirt on tonight, second row.
I'm sure he's wearing some form of purple.
Oh, yeah.
Collars up.
There's a fly ball to the left. Is going to get it. And 7 shutout innings for Trevor Cahill. Joe Borowski will join us here in the bottom of the 7th. 7-0 D-backs. We are joined in the broadcast booth by Joe Borowski, and pretty special night. The offense has been good, but Mr. Cahill's been really good.
He's been really, really good. And the thing is that I wish I had a ball that moved like his does, because that last inning, he fell behind the guys, and he still had them pounding the ball into the ground. And then that last 1-0 pitch, that ball got so far in on him, he had nothing to do with it. Just popped it up lazily to left field. But he's doing a great job. And the one thing that I've seen him do tonight that I haven't seen in quite a while is his cutter tonight. He hasn't thrown it a lot, but this is something he's worked on this year. And it's gotten so much tighter and shorter that he's gotten a lot of strikeouts with it tonight. Yeah. And that's the impressive thing. If he can add this to his repertoire, it's going to make him that much better of a pitcher coming into next year.
Well, he's got 7 strikeouts on the night, and now a new season high, a new career high in a season for Trevor Cahill. 7 shutout innings. Diamondbacks up 7-0. Pretty good night of baseball. A lot of fun here at the ballpark. Always is when you're winning, right?
It's always fun when you have offense like that. And I know as a pitcher, you like pitching behind when your team gets you an early lead. And you can't say enough about the Diamondbacks coming out in the first inning. And Jeff, you know this. When you go out there and you set the tone like they did in that first inning and you get guys on base and you're bringing them in, it kind of gets the rest of the team just relaxed.
Oh, yeah. Scoring early and often is always a good thing. And like you were saying about Trevor's movement and everything, he's getting his innings over with quick, so the offense has a chance to get off the field, not stand around, and get back to hitting.
And you know that the defense loves playing behind him. You know, as an infielder, if you got somebody who's going out there pounding the zone, you know they're going to put the ball in play. It just seems like you get those plays made behind you, and they're routine. They're willing to dive for you, and it's just you're in and out. You're in and out of the dugout quick. You're back in the dugout hitting. It just seems like the tempo of the game just goes so much better when you have someone who's just pounding the zone.
Yeah, playing defense behind a guy that's throwing a lot of strikes and a good sinker like Cahill has tonight. Expect the ball. You're never on your heels. It's always a good thing.
Cahill 92 pitches through 7 innings, 9 ground ball outs along with 7 strikeouts. So he's been sharp. Beliveau is a new pitcher for the Cubs. Ryan Wheeler's got a couple of hits tonight, 2 for 3.
And you know what I really especially like about Cahill tonight is he struggled pitching this year at Chase. And for him to go out there and do what he's done so far this year, who knows? Maybe this is a springboard to next year where maybe he's found out how he can be effective here at Chase. Maybe instead of relying solely on his sinker, maybe he starts adding that cutter in. It gives you a different dimension, and a hitter sees something different. That could be the thing that turns around him going into next year.
Well, he'd come into this ballgame in his last 2 starts at Chase 2-0 with a 2.77 ERA. So now he's allowed 4 earned runs over his last 20 innings at home. So yeah, sometimes it just takes some adjustments.
Sure, and he's coming to a new team. You're pitching in a park you haven't pitched in. So there's a little bit of growing pains, understanding it. And it's not easy to pitch at Chase, especially if you are a sinker baller. People don't realize it. It's a little elevated here. You don't think about it being in the desert, but it's not as drastic as Colorado. But your breaking ball doesn't seem to break as much here. If you're a sinker baller, you really have to make sure you get out over that ball and to make it stay down in the zone.
It is the second highest elevated city to play Major League Baseball and all of baseball outside of Denver.
And you don't realize it because it's the desert.
Yeah,
you definitely do take it for granted.
So Wheeler has struck out to start the inning. There's Mike Jacobs, the first baseman tonight. Another big night for Aaron Hill. He just does it night in and night out, doesn't he, Joe?
You know, coming over and what he was able to do when he first got traded over here, you wondered if it would be able to translate and he would get some of that magic that he had in Toronto when he had those very good years. And he's just been rock solid all year, right from the beginning. And you can't say enough about his defense. He doesn't get touted as a defensive specialist, but watching him day in and day out, you really appreciate what he does. And I know as a pitcher, guys who can range to their left and right, dive, come up with unbelievable plays, you tip your hat to them all the time, and you're thanking them a lot.
Mike Jacobs tonight has an RBI single. He has struck out and he has walked in the ball game. He's sitting on a 2-0 count here. Cubs got the big shift on. And he took the big cut but didn't get it. 2-1. We've been hoping up here that he gets a hold of one and hits one a long way, because he can definitely hit him a long way.
I played with Mike his rookie year in Florida, and he was never bashful about taking a big swing. And it's good to see him back in the big leagues, you know. And he can definitely he can hurt you if he gets it elevated.
3-1 the count now. What'd you think of Homer Bailey's no-hitter last night?
They've been talking for many years about how good Homer's going to be, and it's good to see him finally come and show you some of what the Reds saw when they drafted him in the first round. But he's been around, and he was fast-tracked to the big leagues, so he definitely had some growing pains in the big leagues, but he looked real sharp yesterday.
Full count now, 3-2 on Jacobs. Diamondbacks have 11 hits tonight. None further than the one that Upton hit back in the 5th inning. 435 feet, we have been told, the distance.
And that's a good sign. Starting to see that power surge again from Upton.
Jacobs into left center. That's an extra base hit. All the way to the wall. And the second with a double. A nice swing right there. Huh?
Very nice swing.
Well, let's update our Nissan text poll. We just asked you a little bit about Homer Bailey, our text poll tonight. Your favorite no-hitter from this season. We kind of like the Mariners team.
I heard you guys talking about that. And I think for the most part, that's got to be the most difficult. Because you have guys coming in and you're warming up in the bullpen and you're seeing that guys are – there's a goose egg up there and it's laying on you because the onus on you to come in there. And I think the team no-hitter is definitely impressive. I know how I felt. I was – when – Anibal Sanchez threw the no-hitter against the Diamondbacks in Florida. I was closing for Florida back then, and Joe Girardi called down going into the 9th inning, and he said, have Joe get up. If Anibal gets in trouble, he's going to come in. And I said, are you kidding me? He's got a no-hitter. If somebody gets on, if he walks a couple guys, you're going to bring me in this? And I was just like, come on, Anibal. Finish this out.
And he did. Now he's with Detroit. There's a little floater. It's going to go foul, and Rizzo can't quite get there. What about all the no-hitters and perfect games in baseball this year? Does that tell us that pitching is starting to take things over again a little bit?
You know,
Jeff's
of course they are. Yeah. Next thing they're going to do is raise the mound, right? Again.
No, now they might lower it even more. They're going to say,
make it flat.
We need
just
some
make
more
it
contact.
Completely flat out there.
You know, it's hard to pinpoint. Some years, you know, it seems like it's all about hitting. Other years, you know, there's pitchers doing things that are special. I couldn't explain to you. I mean, all these perfect games are going on, and you haven't seen them in so long. It's the wonderful game of baseball, plain and simple. Sometimes you just can't explain some things that are going on, but that's what makes it so interesting, because you could see anything on any given day.
How about Aaron Hill getting 2 cycles within 11 days of one another? 2 in one
Absolutely
season.
ridiculous.
He gets 2 within 11 days.
But that's like Joe said, you know, baseball's a great game. You've got to play every game, and you never know what's going to happen.
I drive into the ballpark every day, and I'm always wondering what I'm going to see tonight. Because you never know. That season, the Diamondbacks lost 111 in 2004. The Diamondbacks are playing in Atlanta, and Randy Johnson goes perfect against the Braves that night. So, you know, you just never know what you're going to see. All right. We've talked about no-hitter, perfect game. We've talked about hitting for the cycle. I've got a pitcher up here with me. I've got a hitter up here with me.
I see you're coming with something else.
What is tougher to accomplish, a no-hitter or hitting for the cycle?
Oh, man.
The cycle, no doubt. I mean, not only do you have to get 4 hits in a game, you've got to get single, double, triple, home run.
I understand where Jeff's going with that, because you do have to get the at bats, and you do have to have the pitcher throwing to you too. But for 9 innings, I mean, you could throw an unbelievably nasty pitch. Someone can stick their bat out and flare one over first or second or something like that. A lot of stuff has to go right for you, and usually there's 2 or 3 unbelievable plays made behind you. In a no-hitter, I'm going no-hitter. Sorry, it's the pitcher in me.
Gee, the pitcher went with the no-hitter, and the hitter went with the cycle. What a shock. Am I the tiebreaker? I'm not going to vote. I'm going to let you guys have it there. Swing and a miss by Cahill, 0-2 the count. Trevor got an RBI with a bases-loaded walk his last time up.
Yeah, he didn't have to do much.
No,
he just stood up there with the bat on his shoulder.
I was just going to say, it's a good thing he had a good sinker tonight, because this swing isn't doing it.
Yeah. Right now he's thinking, get me back in the dugout and let me get back out there.
Pitch is high, 1-2. Washington and St. Louis are now tied. Cardinals have tied that ball game. They're batting in the bottom of the 9th inning. And now they've gone to the 10th, tied up. Here's a floater to right, base hit. Jacobs being waved home. Here's a throw to the plate by DeJesus, and he is safe. He beat the throw on the tag. 8-0 RBI Cale. He's knocked in 2 tonight.
And made me eat my words. That's awesome.
He must have heard a little bit about that. Hearing the position player saying something about his swing. He goes, all right, I'll show you.
Believe it.
And you see him, he's smiling from ear to ear. No expression whatsoever, Greg.
So Chance Roberts, air conditioning, cool play of the game right there. How about Jacobs, too, beating the throw in the tag?
Real good slide right here, getting under that.
Larry Vanover right there to make the call. Here's the play. Slowed down for you.
Smart slide.
There's the
sneaking that foot in there.
8-0, and Cale's driven in 2 tonight. And here is Eaton, who's been on twice, scored a couple of runs. Good to see Adam after he had struggled for a while here. 5 hits in the series.
And you see what he's starting to do, Greg. He's not lifting that ball to left field anymore. He's hitting the ball on the ground a lot more, getting a lot more solid line drives.
Well, with his speed, I mean, he's got 2 home runs. You're not looking for the home run for him. You know, get your gappers where you're going to get doubles and triples. A lot of infield hits, some bunt hits. With that third baseman pulled in, slap it by him. It's the type of player he's got to be. Draw your walks.
Yeah, and Jeff knows this. As a rookie in this league, they're going to see what you can and can't do. So until he starts proving that he can take that outside pitch and slap it to left field instead of lazily lifting those fly balls, he's going to get a steady diet of hard stuff away from him. When he starts proving he can do that, then they're going to start finding different ways to try and get him out. It's all trial and error. The big leagues is trying to prove what you can and can't do when you're at the plate or when you're on the mound.
Cale at first base as Eaton fouls one back.
The quicker you can make an adjustment at this level, the better you're going to be, and the more consistent you're going to be, and the longer you're going to stick around.
And the backs have got 8 on the board here tonight on 13 hits in this ball game. Wow, the Cubs 13-2.
And young D-back players, I think, are ahead of the curve just because of the development they have in the minor leagues. And then Eaton doing so well to get to the big leagues, and now playing for Kirk Gibson and the guys on that staff. There's all kinds of input that he's going to receive from these guys to make his game that much better and help the D-backs win.
And that's the thing, is he's getting to get out there every single day. So it's not he's playing one day and then he's sitting for 3 or 4. He's able to get a lot of at-bats in a row. So he's not having to sit and, you know, get tired. He's kind of getting into a rhythm right now where he's seeing a lot of pitches. So he's kind of getting a taste, a little bit of experience about what the big leagues is all about and what these pitchers can do to you.
Well, the old saying, speed never goes into a slump.
That's why you hit the ball on the ground when you're that fast.
And he fouls it back.
Got to play with Michael Bourne when he got traded from the Phillies to the Houston Astros. And his first year was a little rough. He ended up hitting, you know, in the low 200s. But a similar situation. His ball's away. Some of the off-speed pitches, you kind of, you know, punch at him a little bit, pop him up to the left side of the field. Next year comes into spring training, got a lot better at bunting. Eric Young was there teaching him how to bunt and getting on top of the ball, and he soon figured out that he was even fast enough to beat out ground balls to second base.
Did he paint you on the corner?
And this right here is another thing he can bring to the table, is spoiling those pitches. Not trying to do too much with those, but waiting for this pitcher to make a mistake so there is a pitch that he can drive in the hole to the left side or hit a line drive back up the middle. Those pitches right there that he was hitting lazy fly balls to left field, now he's fouling them off and just spoiling them, not trying to put it into play.
Now, just looking at his at-bats up there, he's going to get close to 100 at-bats before this season's over. Oh, he got hit on the hand. Well, maybe he will. That got him pretty good. That's the second Diamondback player hit tonight. Montero was hit after an Upton home run, and he just got drilled there. He goes down to first base. That hurt, though.
That is not good. I mean, there's no padding on your hands. Your hands are on a wood bat. There's nothing to absorb that. Hopefully it caught the bottom meaty part of his hand. Just pinched it a little bit.
The swing's going to come out. Looks like he's going to make another double switch. He'll take Beliveau out. That hurts regardless.
Not what you want to see to one of your young players.
Oh, we have 2 catchers on the mound. How about that? One's going to have to leave. When was the last time you saw that?
Oppa Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
The inning has continued here. Diamondbacks have a couple of runners on and 2 men out. And Parr's going to be the hitter against the new Cub hurler, Rafael Dolis, making his 34th appearance. Seems like every one of these Cubs they bring in, his ERA is over 6. This one's close to 7. 22 walks in 36 2/3 innings. 2-4 record. Steve Clevenger has taken over behind the plate, so it was Castillo who did leave in the double switch. And Parra bats. Ronaldo's got a hit tonight, sacrifice punt.
And a lot of times, Greg, that's a problem when you're a team that's in transition and you're rebuilding. You're trying to find out what these guys can do. These are the guys that you're going to be needing to pitch in the big leagues in the next year or two. Because they've gone out and they've tried to dump all their salary. Yeah. They're going to try to rebuild from within. So you got to see what you got from these guys. So they're getting thrown in a fire.
All this becomes a replay of spring training.
Sure.
But this counts.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you're up there as a young guy. You're fighting for your life because you know that.
There's another hit for Parr back up to Miller. Cahill will be held at third. And the bases are loaded. Trevor got to jump off second base like I'm going to go to third, and I hope they put the stop sign up, which Matt Williams did.
Yeah, unless that ball gets to the outfield fence, I don't think Cahill's going to be scoring on that one.
Well, fortunately, Eaton was watching Cahill.
It was a good courtesy job.
Yeah, it was.
You know, he put it into fifth gear real quick.
So, Diamondbacks now.
Right now, Jeff's saying, come on, look at these pitchers. They're taking away RBIs from us position players.
Bases are loaded for Aaron Hill, who's already had a night. Excuse me, Elmore is batting. Jake Elmore instead. So Hill's night is ended. Pollock has also moved on deck next.
I think Hilly's earned a couple innings off the way he's been swinging it and running around.
And we'll probably see a lot of this over the last, after today, 4 games. Especially in these type ball games. Elmore takes a strike. Pollock is on deck. He'll bat next for Upton if they get to that spot. Well, it's been a lot of fun for the Diamondbacks tonight. 8 runs on 14 hits. They've scored 16 runs on 24 hits in the 2 games. Back to Dolis. And the toss to first. And the out is made. The bases stay loaded. Joe, stay with us. We'll talk more Trevor Cahill in the 8th. Strikes Trevor Cahill. Joey's been pretty good here tonight with 7 strikeouts.
And a big reason for Greg is his sinker was on. He was working the lower part of the zone all night. Had a real good changeup. I love the fact that he was using his cutter, and his cutter is shorter and sharper now. It doesn't have a big loop in it, so it's a lot different than his curveball. And when you have a sinker that's constantly running in on right-handers, now you can throw a little cutter that's going away from him. It gives a whole different view to that hitter, and it just opens up your arsenal. And Trevor's done a great job of working ahead, pounding the strike zone, and first pitch strikes.
What do you think? They give him a chance to go 9 here? He's at 92 pitches after 7, at least 8.
After that long bottom half of the 7th, I think how he gets through his inning will determine it. If he gets an inning where he labors a little bit, Gibby will probably get him out of there. But if he goes 1, 2, 3, I definitely see him trying to finish this game out.
A.J. Pollock in right field for Justin Upton. And it looks like Elmore stayed in the ball game at second base. He pinch hit for Hill. And a base hit back up into center field. Start the inning.
Joe, do you think they give him a longer leash because it is his last start of the season too?
They may, but we all, even though pitchers are great athletes, he was running the bases last half inning, and it was an extended inning. So you don't want anything to linger into next year. So rather than push the envelope and get that pitch count way too high, they'll be cautious with him. Of course, Gibby would love to get him a complete game shutout, but not to the detriment of going into next year.
And he's pitched well enough that he deserves to walk out on a high note if something like that should happen.
Steve Clevenger bats for the first time. He came in the double switch. the left-handed hitting catcher, and he hits one to second. It's going to be the first double play of the night. Yep.
That's how you throw complete games right there, right? Pitcher's best friend. Get a guy on.
And that's what he's so capable of dialing up.
That ball moves so much. You can't help but swing where the ball is going to be, but that late movement on it just makes you hit the top of the ball and you pound it into the ground.
So Jeff and I were talking earlier about, there's still a lot of upside of this Diamondbacks ball club that you're going to take out of this season.
Yeah.
And this kid's only 24 years old.
Oh, yeah. He's already got 4 years in the big leagues.
50 major league wins. Yeah. So
he's a workhorse. He's going to get you up around 200 innings. That's what you want from your starting pitchers. As a manager, you want to know that you can get 33 to 35 starts from your starters. They're going to go deep into games, and they're going to eat up innings.
Well, he is at 98 pitches in the ball game. At the moment, he's currently at 198 2/3 innings pitched in the year.
Do you think he's going to be politicking if he gets through this inning here?
Yes, sir. He gets his final out, it'll be 199. So
a lot of people lose track, but guys, there's a lot of incentives in contracts.
Oh, yeah.
And 200 innings for a pitcher is a magic number sometimes.
Yeah, and it's a lot of pride also in that.
He was a closer early.
The Diamondbacks only have 3 total complete games this year. Saunders, Kennedy, and Cahill. The 2-2 count. Cahill's complete game came on June 8th at San Diego. He's had 2 career complete games. Currently 101 pitches. Cardenas is batting for the second time tonight. He almost chased it, didn't he? Full count 3-2.
Seriously, how do you lay off that pitch right there?
You get fooled. You get seriously. I mean, we laugh, but inside, you know you got fooled. You take the pitch and you hope the umpire calls it for a strike.
Second walk of the ball game for Cahill, his first since the 3rd inning. Now De Jesus will come to the plate. I look down at the dugout. Kirk Gibson, Charles Nagy, and they make no move to go to the telephone.
We haven't heard the loud bell yet, so that could be a good sign. I think he needs to get De Jesus right here. If he does that, I think give him the benefit of the doubt and run him out there.
Starts with a strike. 65 strikes, 39 balls tonight.
I don't think he could throw a ball straight if he tried.
Not tonight.
That ball's got unbelievable movement on it.
Brandon Webb couldn't. I mean, everything he threw at sink. 0-2, he's gotten ahead of De Jesus, who started this ballgame with a base hit. That was the only Cub hit until the 6th inning, when Val Buena with 2 outs singled. And then Brett Jackson opened this inning with a base hit, but was doubled up on the next batter. 2-out walk. Got him. 8th strikeout for Cahill. Joe enjoyed it. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Looking forward to it.
Joe Borowski joining us. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. We'll look at the strikeout, number 8 of the night for Cahill. 199 innings complete now in the year for him. AT&T trivia question. 3 pairs of D-backs teammates did 40-plus doubles. Gonzalez, Tracy in 06, Drew and Young in 08. Of course, the 2 this year, Goldschmidt and Hill. He's got the rest of this one off. Trevor Cahill. Nobody up in the bullpen. Looks like he's going to be given a chance to go out there and get to 200 innings and complete this ball game. He's working on a 3-hit shutout after 8 innings of work. Why not, right, Jeff Blum?
That's a great thing. I actually find it pretty impressive, knowing going into this game that he probably had a pretty good idea that he had 191 innings going in.
And needed a complete game.
Yeah, now he's headed for it. He's got it in sight. He's obviously got the stuff that can make it happen. It'd be good to see him do it.
And he'll have Valbuena, Rizzo, and Soriano in the Cubs' 9th.
He never looks comfortable, by the way.
Yeah.
Constantly stretching and reaching for something.
A.J. Pollock batting for the first time tonight. He's in Upton's spot. And he lines one. That's going to be an extra base hit. He can run. Let's see if they can keep him at 2. Yep. Leadoff double by Pollock to start the 8th inning for the D-backs.
And that may have been the game coming into play right there. AJ may have had a shot earlier in the game if he was leading off to get to third base right there, but knowing the score is 8-0 and kind of out at the hand right now, didn't want to force the issue and make that that first out at third. But a great piece of hitting. Piece of hitting on that, staying on that slider right there.
Well, Montero has enjoyed the hitting fun tonight. I think he's 0 for 3.
He's too busy making Cahill look good.
He has been hit by a pitch and scored a run.
Putting down all the right fingers. He's sore.
Yeah. He and McDonald, the only 2 regulars without a hit. Even Trevor Cahill, the pitcher, has got a knock. 2 runs batted in for Cahill tonight on a bases loaded walk and a run producing single.
Nothing
back
worse.
his music.
Yeah, he's got to find the right mix.
What were you saying? Nothing worse?
Yeah, sorry again. But there's nothing worse than going into one of these games where the team has 15 hits, the pitcher has 1, and you have none.
Yeah. Kangaroo court time, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, players are will never point that out or let you know about it if you're that guy.
No. You're walking up there. Miggy. Look at your
packed house
out there. Yeah, we talked about earlier this time of the year, those dugouts and bullpens really get busy. Well, that Diamondback bullpen, and Brad touched on it before the ball game. They've really been good.
Yeah, Brad did a good job. Those guys have been great. They've got a good atmosphere down there.
Those are the 2 guys he interviewed too, Zagorski and Hernandez.
Yeah, Zagorski had a great spring training, and then the trade of Breslow showed him that they had a lot of faith in him and put him out there. And he succeeded. He did great, taking advantage of that opportunity.
Brian Shaw now has joined those 2. 3-1 count on Montero. He walks, ball 4. Miggy draws yet another walk, his 72nd in the year. First 2 have reached. Well, it was a close one.
Yeah, but at 96 on the inner half, looking to get extended. Good take by him.
Here's Wheeler, who's got 2 hits tonight. 2 for 4. Subscribe to MLB.TV today to take advantage of new low pricing and see every D-backs out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit dbacks.com to order. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. Wheeler spun around on that pitch at 96 miles per hour. That'll get your attention.
Always does. It's kind of interesting looking at some of the players around the field in a game like this. Cubs getting beat pretty handily in between pitches. Players taking a break, taking their glove off, looking around the stadium, probably wishing this thing would get over in a hurry.
Yeah, Cubs about to go down to their 99th loss of the year and make it 0-18 in National League West ballparks this year.
That's amazing.
With one more to play tomorrow.
A lot of vacation plans being made in there a long time ago.
Yeah, back in July. There's a foul play. You know, though, when the Diamondbacks went in there to play the Cubs back in July, right after the All-Star break, first 3 games in, July 13th and 14th and 15th, the Cubs beat them pretty handily, 8-1, 4-1, and 3-1. That guy right there had a lot to do with all 3 of the wins. Soriano.
Yeah, he was swinging the bat real well.
But at that time, too, the starting pitchers for Chicago. Double play ball here. Castro will step on the bag and go to first. They get the double play with a runner going to third. Everyday heroes are around us. You can nominate a person or an organization that's inspired you with their acts of selflessness in our community. Submit their name. Visit valleychevy.com. Facebook.com/valleychevy. Members will be chosen to appear on the Diamondbacks live pregame show. It's Everyday Hero, presented by your Valley Chevy dealers. But the 3 starters for the Cubs in that series, Jeff: Paul Mahalam, Ryan Dempster, Matt Garza. Dempster, Mahalam have been dealt. Garza's out for the year. So
I was actually in there for that series, and Dempster stuck it to me pretty good.
All 3 Cubs pitchers did. There's a drive, but foul by Jacobs. Outfield side.
What a difference a couple months make.
Yeah. You make some turnovers. You trade veterans and get kids in return, and you dump salary, and you hope to build upon that. It's a lot of work ahead for Theo Epstein, the president, Jed Hoyer, the general manager. And they'll try and rebuild this organization.
Yeah, Theo's done a good job in the past, with Boston. Mm-hmm. They unleashed the payroll a little bit and gave him some free reign. You wonder if the same thing is going to happen in Chicago. And they've got some decent ball players to work around. Starlin Castro is a phenomenal talent, plays great defense, can hit for average and power, driving in runs.
They're real high on Rizzo at first base. So
Soriano might be coming back for the next 12 years. I don't know what his contract situation is.
It's a hard
it seems
contract
like he's been there
to
a while.
move, it would seem, yeah. But he, 31 home runs this year, over 100 runs batted in. He didn't hit a home run first 30 days.
That's incredible. Darwin Barney at second base.
Mm-hmm.
They have some decent pieces.
Foul back by Jacobs, and the count is even at 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the inning is over. Well, we'll go to the ninth. Trevor Cahill will be going for his second complete game win of the year. He has shut the Cubs out through 8. Diamondbacks 8. Chicago 0. Okay, here we go. Let's see if Trevor Cahill can get his second shutout of the season. Complete game victory. As he has an 8-0 lead going into the 9th. And he will face Valbuena, Rizzo, and Soriano. And he starts with a strike, 0-1. Tyler Moonlight Graham in center field, replacing Adam Eaton. A lot of minor league games for Tyler Graham. Finally got a chance to get to the big leagues, and he's in center defensively here in the 9th. Valbuena has a hit tonight, 1 for 3, one of the 3 Cubs hits. 108 pitches by Cahill. And a chop to first, but foul. Oh, he's been awfully good tonight, Cahill.
Yeah, he's been fun to watch.
This is his final start of 2012 and about to win number 13. Give the Diamondbacks their 80th win of the year. Strike 3 call. Got him looking 1 out. Valbuena was backing out of there. 9th strikeout for Cahill.
Even though that pitch was up, it still had incredible run on it. Looked like it froze Valbuena, locked him up a little bit. I'm sure he expected that pitch to be called high for a ball, but the way Cahill's been pitching tonight, Larry felt like giving that one to him.
He is 1 strikeout shy of his career high at 10 back in 2010 with Oakland against Pittsburgh. Strike to Rizzo. Well, how about he just go ahead and strike out the side and establish a new career high in that, right?
Call that a good finish.
Yes, sir. Here's the chopper, foul, strike 2. Boy, he's going right after these guys. Fans getting into it too with him.
It's good to see them recognize the situation.
Foul back. And struck out the side in the 4th inning. He's walked 2, giving up 3 hits, and he's driven in 2 of the 8 runs tonight. Pretty good night of baseball for him. And a foul by Rizzo. Comes with a loss. Will go 40 games below 500, 59 and 99. He just keeps pouring strikes in there, and Rizzo keeps fouling them off.
Be a good time to waste one right here. Try and set something else up.
He's already at his season high at pitches thrown 115. 109 was his previous high. 1-2.
There we go.
That's a pretty good ratio. Trevor Cahill, quite a night. Into the dirt.
Try to double up with the off speed right there. Throwing that changeup, buried it a little bit. Rizzo didn't chase. Maybe a front door sinker. Nope.
Full count now, 3-2. He walked him ball 4. He got ahead of him 0-2 and then walked him. And now Soriano will be the batter.
That'll stir things up.
I hear the phone. Sherles will answer. Glenn Sherlock. Only bullpen and catcher coach Diamondbacks have ever had. Mike Zagurski. Well, how about a double play to end it, huh?
I was thinking the same thing. Had the situation earlier.
Soriano 0 for 3 tonight. 2 strikeouts and a ground ball out. Starts him with a strike.
Soriano's 4th at bat, and he still looks uncomfortable with that sinker.
Here's Mike. Bronco, as we like to call him. Swing and a miss. He missed that by a foot. 0-2. I'm guessing if he gets Soriano, he'll be allowed to face Castro. If he loses Soriano, and as Zagorski's ready, you might see a change. Time is called. Well, it's gone. Home run Soriano breaks up the shutout. And Soriano does what he's done a lot of against the Diamondbacks in his career. Hits a home run. 8-2 now.
That's tough to see. Cahill battling all the way this far. Got him to an 0-2 count. Left that slider hanging out up over the plate. Soriano's done this plenty in his career, making a mistake hurt. Driving it deep over the center field wall.
Oh, it just hung right there and boom. His 4th against the D-backs in 2012 and his 17th in his history against the Diamondbacks, and his 8th here at Chase Field. And you think about that too. He spent a lot of years in the American League. Alfonso Soriano has got the Cubs on the board. It's an 8-2 ball game. Charles Nagy just went out for a visit. Now Starlin Castro. Well, he'd still like to complete it. 199 in the 3rd innings. He'd like to get to 200. He'd like to complete the game. Castro takes a strike. Shutout's gone. He can still get the complete game and get to 200. Outside. He's probably at the top of his 124 pitches.
Yeah, I agree. That last pitch right there, it looked like he tried to overthrow it a little bit, looking for a little bit extra.
Ground ball down to first. Jenkins just got it. He'll take it to the bag for out number 2. That's big. He needed an out on that pitch, and he got it. And now he will be allowed to face the pinch hitter, LaHare.
That was a big pitch.
Brian LaHare was an all-star for the Cubs this year. He and Castro comes to the plate as a pinch hitter. Last chance for Chicago. .199 2/3 innings for Trevor Cahill. Into right. He's got 200 innings. He's got the win, his 13th in his final start of 2012. Trevor Cahill gets the win. And a little smile there, Jeff Blum. 2nd complete game. And nicely done. A lot of pitches to get it complete, but he even knocked in 2 runs. He turned a hitter.
A complete game in every sense of the word.
So the Diamondbacks get a win. They're 80th of the year. And they've made it 2 straight over the Cubs, who have now gone 0-18 this year against National League West teams out west.